Hello everybody and welcome to your post-match podcast brought to you by the Liverpool Echo with me, Theo Squires. Liverpool have done it again for the fifth game in a row, another stoppage time winner. This time captain Virgil van Dijk is the hero for the Reds here at Anfield as Liverpool strike late to win 3-2 against Atletico Madrid and get their Champions League campaign off to a storming start with a victory. It was a strange game for Liverpool. They took the lead really early on. Then they doubled the lead really early on and they looked at in cruise control. But then Marcus Llorente comes back to strike at Anfield, scores twice. They're pegged back and it's late on. You're thinking they're going to have to do it again, but surely they can't get another late winner. Fifth game in a row. Yes, they do. Virgil van Dijk. We are live on YouTube. I think we're live on Facebook as well. So get your comments in, get your questions in. I will get to them. At some point during the show. We should have me for 20-30 minutes. There's Paul Gorse's team sheet blowing across in front of me there. But yeah, we'll just have a nice little natter about the Reds that they strike again. The Demon Club, the Devil Club, whatever you want to call them if you're an opposing fan. They find a way, they grind it out, they get the victory. And yeah, they've done it in front of their fans. Virgil van Dijk header. Yeah, it was a blistering start from them. Took an early lead through Andy Robertson of all people. He came back into the starting 11 in the place of Milos Kerkez after his early withdrawal at the weekend against Burnley. Robertson didn't know much about it, to be honest. Mohamed Salah takes a drilled low free kick and it goes in off his heel. No complaints there though, are there? It's a good performance from Andy Robertson. That was in the 4th minute. 2 minutes later, we see Mohamed Salah get on the score sheet. He links up really well with Ryan Gravenberch. Nice little 1-2. Alexander Isak, who was making his Liverpool debut, stood alongside him, calling for the square past. But when Salah's in that position, he's not going to square it, is he? Nice little side foot rolled into the bottom corner to double Liverpool's lead. They had further chances. Alexander Isak was lively, had a couple of shots. One went just wide, another one straight at Oblak in the Atletico goal. Linked up really, really well with Florian Wirtz, so that's something to keep an eye out for in future games. A nice blossoming partnership between those two. He completed 57 minutes today, I believe. On a slot said he'd get at least 45, so 57's decent enough, isn't it? 25 touches, 2 shots as we've mentioned, 1 on target, 1 key pass, 81% passing accuracy, 1 successful dribble and 2 tackles won. A nice all-round display from the Swede on his first start since the final day of last season. It's a nice, encouraging start for him. Obviously, probably not going to see him start against Everton in the Merseyside derby. They'll have to manage him carefully. He's still working his way through. It's not pre-season, but it is his pre-season. He's only just been training with the team, hasn't he, for like a week or so. So ease him in gradually, but a really encouraging start from him. Liverpool looked like they were in cruise control, but Atletico pulled one back on the stroke of half-time from Marcus Llorente. It's always him, isn't he? He's scored at Anfield before. I think I saw a stat that 4 of his 7 Champions League goals are come at Anfield. Something ridiculous like that. But yeah, they pull one back. I think it was deflected, if I remember right. I think both of them were deflected. So it's Atletico Madrid getting a little bit fortuitous. But yeah, Liverpool pushed again in the second half. They had chances. I've just seen a comment there from our producer Ian Crowell, who is tuning in at home going, sound quality is so much better, Theo, give your producer a pay rise. Ian Crowell, as you all know, is an Everton fan, so you should thank him. You should be grateful for his company as he's tuning in. But yeah, we've been working hard to get the audio up to scratch for this one, and hopefully you can hear me clearly and it's all paid off. But back to the action. Marcus Llorente deflected goal on the stroke of half time to make it 2-1, and then late on another deflected goal. This one takes a heavy knock off Alexis McAllister's outstretched heel. Alisson doesn't stand a chance to keep out. He's unlucky there, and then it's just 10 minutes of can Liverpool get another late winner? Surely not, surely not. Succession of corners. Ibrahima Konate heads wide, chances are blocked, but then Van Dijk rises highest, heads home into the far corner in front of the Kop. Yes, it's something we've seen so many times before and something we will never get tired of seeing. Liverpool did have other chances. Mohamed Salah should have made it 3-1 before Llorente's equaliser. Verts with a brilliant run forward, put it on a plate for him. He's one-on-one, hits the inside with a post. In the first half, Jeremy Frimpong missed a great chance. Some of that link-up played with Isak and Verts. Verts rounds the keeper, it falls to Frimpong, and he just air-kicked it, really. He was under pressure from the defender. And then after Salah had restored Liverpool's league, Ekitike blasted one into the ground and over the bar from close range with the whole goal gaping. It could have been a lot more comfortable than 3-2, but it's another game where Liverpool have conceded some silly goals, but it's another game where they've got a late winner, so can't complain too much on that score. As I've said, get your comments in. We are on YouTube, we are live. Someone here going, Gravenberch is amazing. Another really good display from him in midfield. He is on such good form at the moment. It's just a lot of love for the Reds. I love Liverpool forever. Well done. Keep them coming in. I see we've got a couple of comments that clearly were sent in before Van Dijk's winner, which are slightly less positive. See what they think now after Liverpool got the result in the bag. Let's have a look at Ian Doyle's player ratings. Starman for him. Gravenberch is up there, he gives him an 8. Won the free kick for the opener and linked superbly to release Salah for the second during a sumptuous display before break and maintained level throughout. Verts gets an 8 as well. Released Salah with an excellent ball first half and more signs of improvement. Understanding with Isak immediate and shifted to the left wing after an hour. Involved in much of Liverpool's good play. If you want Ian Doyle's full player ratings, head to the Echo website. As he said, it was a really encouraging display from Florian Verts as well. It's the most we've seen him involved in a Liverpool game, right at the heart of everything. On another night, he probably goes home with a couple of assists. He was really at the thick of everything. Great to see, because we know he's had a bit of a quiet start to his Liverpool career in terms of those goal contributions, but he really stepped up today. It's not a surprise, really, is it, to see him shining on the European stage? It's a little bit of a different pace, but yeah, he flourished. So hopefully he can take that into the Merseyside derby on Saturday lunchtime. Have a look at some of the scores in the Champions League tonight. Olympiacos drew 0-0 with Paphos. Slavia Prague drew 2-2 with Bodo Glimt. Ajax lost 2-0 home to Inter Milan. Bayern Munich won 3-1 against Chelsea, and European champions Paris Saint-Germain won 4-0 at home to Atalanta, which should put them top of the Champions League table. It does indeed. Liverpool are 7th as things stand. Obviously there are going to be another round, not a round of fixtures, but the remaining fixtures will take place tomorrow night, where we'll see the likes of Barcelona, Manchester City, Newcastle, and who else is there exciting? That might be it. Bayer Leverkusen, Napoli. Yeah, there'll be an action tomorrow, so the table will shake up a little bit. See, we've got someone tuning in from Jamaica. Hi, Michael Dixon. Thanks for tuning in. What time is it over in Jamaica? It'll be a lot earlier than over here. It's 10:25 here in the UK. Not too cold, really. Enjoying these September Champions League nights whilst we've still got them. Obviously it'll get very cold in these sorts of games soon enough. I don't even have to have a jumper on. But yes, it was a great game, as Chris Evans said. Liverpool played some really nice stuff at times. They should have scored more than they did, and it's just a shame that they got pegged back by those couple of deflected goals from that La Liga outfit. There was a bit of drama at the end after the Van Dijk winner. Simeone, something kicked off down there on the touchlines, and Diego Simeone got sent off. He can never have a quiet one, can he? I think that lots of stewards had to get involved there to tidy things up, and he refused to leave for a good while before he was eventually escorted down the tunnel. Michael Dixon says it's 4:30 p.m. I'm sure it's a lot warmer in Jamaica than it is here right now. Leon Owen says Virgil, greatest of all time. He has been in superb form, hasn't he, so far this season? It's great to see, and he steps up, gets a goal, captain's header, captain's celebration. Long may it continue. Verts should claim his place. Yeah, Verts was great, as we've already said. Keep your comments coming in. We'll have a look at some of the match stats now, because I'd imagine they're quite one-sided in Liverpool's favour. Yes, 56% possession, 20 shots with a 2.6 XG compared to Atletico's 0.6. Atletico had 10 shots, Liverpool's 20. Liverpool had 6 on target. Liverpool had 43 touches inside the opposition box to Atletico's 25. Alisson only had 2 saves to make. A very good performance from the Reds. They also had a really bizarre penalty overturned. as in it was right to be overturned. Frimpong crosses it in, it hits the defender in the chest and then his face, I think. The referee somehow thought it was handball, gave the penalty, but went to check the VAR monitor and overturned it. Correct decision. So yeah, it was a strange one at times, but he refereed the game quite well, to be honest. What else can we talk about here? Let's get some more of your comments in. We probably should just address the post-match podcast. It's first one we've done since Wembley, isn't it? The Community Shield. Regular viewers of the Blood Red podcast will know that we've had a lot of changes going on behind the scenes at Echo HQ recently. We've lost Joe Rimmer, we've lost Kiefer McDonald, we've lost Dave Powell. We've had people put into different positions, different job titles. You've still got me, Gorsty and Doyley, who will be around for the Blood Red podcast. You've still got me for the post-match podcast. They're on slightly different roles. Gorsty and Doyley will still be at every Liverpool game, home and away for you, bringing you the latest from the Reds. So keep it with us. We'll still be here. We're still doing all the coverage. We're still doing all the podcasts. We just don't have much in reserve behind us. We didn't know if we'd be able to keep it on going for a while. We didn't, because all three of us were at threat of losing our roles or being moved elsewhere in the company, but we are still going. So thanks for all your support in the interim. Sorry we've missed a couple of these, but I will hopefully keep them going at Anfield at least for the foreseeable future. We just didn't feel the point of doing it, say, against Bournemouth on the opening day when we first day of the season. We didn't know if it would be the last one. So we're glad we can keep them going. And as I've said, thanks for all your support. That's great work, guys, says Emmanuel. Thanks for that. The Wolf Man... Yeah, I'm not reading your name there, that's rude. But yeah, his comment is, missed the game to take the missus to watch the long walk. Very good, very grim, and very gutted to have missed the game. I'd imagine the Wolfman, you wouldn't have minded missing some of the second half, but maybe the first half. When Atletico got it back late on, it would have been a bit nervy for you, but Liverpool got the job done in the end, and they played well for the majority. Paulie says, hi all, the whole team had to battle there. Thanks for great match reports as always. Better from the pitch side. And he also says, sorry to hear about the work situation, keep going lads, we all appreciate it. Thanks for that, Paul. I will pass it on to Gorsty and Doyley. As we've said it on a couple of episodes now, it's a shame we've lost Joe, Powley and Kiefer. They're great contributors on Blood Red. But yeah, the show goes on. Much as Liverpool's late winners keep on finding a way, don't they? They keep finding a way to get the victories when you think, surely it can't go on like this. Everton Merseyside derby, can they do it again? 6th game in a row, or can they make it a little bit more comfortable for us? If producer Ian is still watching, Everton fan, I'm sure he doesn't want it to be too comfortable for Liverpool, so you can imagine how fun it's going to be for us in the Blood Red studio on Friday and on Monday actually, when we're looking back over the Merseyside derby. Hopefully it's a nice and positive one for the three of us, me, Gorsty and Doyley, if we're all on. I've not seen the rota. And if we're not, just hope producer Ian isn't happy. He's a grumpy soul at the best of times, isn't he? Leo says, keep up the good work. The Wolfman explains that it's a quote from a kids' film and isn't actually too rude. Fair enough. I'm a 90s child. I that's gone over my head. I apologise. I'm sure some of you are much older than me. No offence. We've got someone tuning in from South Sudan. Hello to you. Thanks for tuning in. What time is it over there in South Sudan? And that'll be later than over here, won't it, in the UK? Yeah, I've got anything else to discuss. Come on, guys, keep your comments coming. You usually get me for 20-30 minutes here. We've only been doing 15 minutes so far. I can go if you want. I can go and get back inside of the wall, go in the mix zone, go in the press conference. But there's so much to enjoy, isn't there, when Liverpool find a way to wrestle victory from a draw in the end. It looked like they'd thrown it away, but managed to get the job done. What else can we do? We've done player ratings, we've done the stats, we've done the Champions League scores. I don't know what Arne Slot said because I'm not in the press conference yet, so that's something to look out for. Let's go through a few of the performances. Andy Robertson, I thought, did quite well at left back. He's obviously not started yet the season before today. Came in after a difficult showing for Milos Kerkez. I wouldn't be surprised if he keeps his place for the Merseyside derby. Like we know, Kerkez, he's a bit rash at times, isn't he? He can be prone to a booking. So maybe it would be smarter to go for the more streetwise option of Andy Robertson there against, it would be Ndiaye, I think, for the Merseyside derby. He's the one playing on the right at the moment, isn't he? Not Jack Grealish. We've mentioned that. Leo Owen says, do you think he'd be better playing off the left? Personally, no. I like him at number 10. I know it's not quite happening for him in the Premier League yet, but it's a lot more physical for him, it's quicker for him, it will take time. I like Cody Gakpo on the left. I know he wasn't at his best tonight, but he gets a lot of the ball. He's effective in front of goal. He's so hard to shrug off the ball. He's just really good. He's really underrated, Cody Gakpo, and I think that position is his. Like, you don't want to put Florian Wirtz there. And let's remember as well, Wirtz has been quite open about the fact that Arne Slot's successful pitch persuaded him to come to Liverpool, and part of that pitch was the role he would play here. And he was told he'd be number 10. He's a number 10. He favours number 10. It's his favoured position. He was told that's where he would play. And when we see him tonight linking up with Alexander Isak, if that was the plan all along, you must be licking your lips, rubbing your hands with glee. Paul Lee says, Robbo said in his post-match interview that Isak was immense. What's my opinion? I thought he was very, very good. You can tell he's not played that much, and that he's had a very disjointed pre-season. He's been training on his own, hasn't played in any friendlies, and it was obvious that he wasn't going to last too much longer after half-time. But he linked up really well with Wirtz. He showed strength, he showed really good work rate, he was chasing down into the channels, he was chasing down the goalkeeper, good footwork to get a couple of shots off. He's unlucky not to score one. He's unlucky not to get the assist as well, the one I was talking about earlier when Wirtz goes around the keeper only to see Frimpong nick it off him. There was some really encouraging signs there, and it's only that the start, isn't it, for Alexander Isak. Liverpool didn't buy him for a couple of weeks. They've bought him for 6 years, 125 million. You've got to manage him carefully. I would be surprised if he starts the Merseyside derby. But yeah, a really, really good performance from him. Long may it continue. And it's great, isn't it, when you've got him as an option, but you've also got Ekitike as well. Two really good attacking options. Paul also thinks that Florian Wirtz looks good where he is, so should stay at number 10. Are the team looking more cohesive, says the Wolfsman? In attack, certainly. Salah was a lot more involved tonight. It was a really good display from him. We know he's been quiet this season, but he gets his goal and his assist, and he just looked a lot more like himself. He could have had another assist, he could have had another goal. Hopefully that's a sign of things to come. Like, for someone who's had a quiet start to the season by his standards, he's still got 3 goals, 2 assists. Not bad for 6 appearances, is it, when we've been saying he's not involved enough. But yeah, Salah played really well, and they were linking up really well in attack, as I've said. The midfield was good as well. Szoboszlai put another solid showing in midfield. Ryan Gravenberch, superb again. He must be most in-form holding midfielder in European football at the moment. He's a Rolls Royce. So long may that continue, and he's just getting better and better with every week. Paul's also said, nice to see Jayden Danns on the bench. Yes, it was. Will he get any minutes? It is hard to say, isn't it? Like, he's obviously not going to get a look in the Premier League anytime soon unless you have a few injuries. He was added to List B, so he can be in contention for these European games because Liverpool get 12 or a maximum of 12 players on the substitutes bench. So say Liverpool hadn't conceded the 2 goals and Mohamed Salah scores when he hits the post and it's like 3-1. They've got a comfortable lead. You'd imagine Jayden Danns is sent on late on, give him like 5-10 minutes. Remember also Liverpool have got League Cup action next week against Southampton, so might be a bit, yeah, I don't think he'd start that one because you've still got Isak. I'd say Isak probably starts against Southampton, but Jayden Danns would probably be the option off the bench, and you could give Ekitike the night off. Other youngsters, we've got Rio Ngamoa came on. I think he became Liverpool's youngest ever player in European competition, still only 17. A loud ovation for him when he took to the field. He's just so good on the ball, isn't he? He's just taking on defenders for fun. No strike for him today like we saw against Newcastle. He couldn't mark that Champions League debut with a goal, but it was another lively cameo from him. And that's 3 appearances for him now this season. He's obviously trusted by Arne Slot. It's not like other youngsters where we only see him get turned to in the cup or they make a couple of squad appearances. Like Ngamoa is actually getting used, so see how long that lasts. He could start, couldn't he, against Southampton next week. Liverpool is a team to beat this season. Yeah, they're going to be one of the favourites, aren't they, for the Champions League if they keep up this knack of always finding a way to get those late winners. Paul says, thanks and good night, Theo. I've learnt a bit about the squad in a couple of millions. Brilliant. Thanks, Paul. Thanks for your support as always. I'll try what I can, can't I? We'll always be here on the post-match podcast after every Anfield game, near enough. And we've got our normal Blood Red podcast traditionally on Mondays and Fridays. We might be trying to introduce another couple of shows throughout the week, so keep an eye out for them in the future. And then you've also got all our brilliant written stuff from me, Gorsty, Doyley and all the other guys on the website. As always, I've already gone through Doyley's player ratings, but you'll have his snap analysis and his analysis. I'd imagine the snap's going to be on Alexander Isak, and we'll also have the Paul Gorst match verdict. Always a brilliant read from Gorsty. We'll also have all the quotes from Arne Slot. If someone stops in the mix zone, we'll have that to look out for as well. And then if Diego Simeone does the press conference, that could be quite fun after his red card at the end of the match there. What else do we have to look out for? All your usual post-match bits. So yeah, we try our best. We're here as much as we can be every week, home and away for some of us. At least home for the rest of us. We do the business. Thanks as always for all your support, guys, watching wherever you are from all over the world. I can see how many of you are tuning in. It's really good numbers, to be fair. I'm not used to having quite this many on, so thanks as always for your comments. We've always got great support, but this is through the roof for post-match. You can tell Liverpool have just got a dramatic win and you're all on a high from it. Go to the pub, go and have a pint. You don't need to be listening to me waffling on about Liverpool, do you? Go and have a drink or something, go and celebrate. But yeah, thanks as always for your support. It's been another exciting game for the Reds as they find a way to get that late winner. Again, 5 games in a row. I wonder what the record is for late winners in succession for Liverpool. This is through the roof, isn't it? But yeah, surely it can't go on like this. Oh, it can. It can. I think that's all we've got time for. That would be a good place to stop the broadcast. I've got to get down to the mix zone in the press conference. I've got to upload this to wherever you listen to your audio podcast, really. If you're not just tuning in on YouTube or Facebook and you want to listen back to us later on, we will be linking up wherever. It'll be on Apple, it'll be on wherever you listen to your podcast, really. So yeah, thanks as always for tuning in. Just have a quick last look at the comments, just people saying thank you. Thanks as always, guys, and yeah, until next time, have a good one, and I will catch you when I catch you. I should be back at Anfield on Saturday for the post-match podcast after the Merseyside derby. Should be on Blood Red on Friday or Thursday, we're not 100% sure yet. I have not heard for tomorrow yet, so I think it'll be Friday with me and Gorsty. But yeah, until next time, goodbye.